I'm Tyrone, and you now tuning into the Hill Stevens podcast. Because if you ain't tuning in, I'm fucking your girl, long dick style, and that's non-negotiable.
Well. Impact Wrestling has a pay-per-view coming up this Saturday night. Impact Wrestling presents Hard to Kill 2021, live on pay-per-view. Their first pay-per-view of the new calendar year 2021. And let's be honest here. Let's keep it 100. A lot of you, this Saturday night, when it comes to this show, you're not watching it because, hey, you want to see Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan in a barbed wire massacre. No. You're not watching this show because, hey, they're going to crown a new Impact Knockout Tag Team Champion. No, you're not seeing that. You don't care about that right now. No, you don't. The only fucking reason why a lot of you dorks are watching this show this coming Saturday, the reason why a lot of you are going to fork over your $40 or so on Fight TV is to see Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, step foot for the first time, to my knowledge, and I guess to your knowledge as well, in a Impact Wrestling ring. You can't tell me otherwise. I don't want to hear it. And let's be real about it. Let's keep it 100. If you would have told me, or I guess anyone else out there, in 2016, when Kenny Omega was on top of the wrestling world, when the hype was just starting, right? Oh my God, this guy's amazing, right? We won the IWGP Intercontinental Championship after he turned on AJ, right? He went on to win the G1, had those killer matches, right? Went on to challenge Okada at the Tokyo Dome, right? And then the year after, he challenged Jericho, or went up against Chris Jericho, was the IWGP US champion. He eventually won the IWGP title from Okada, right? And during that time, right, when the Elite was a thing and all that stuff, and AEW really wasn't a thing, if you would have told anyone that, hey, I know I'm aware that Kenny is WWE bound, but he's going to step foot in a Impact Wrestling ring, that would have been laughable at that time. But at the end of the day, it shows you that in 2021, anything is possible in pro wrestling. And I mean that in a good way. But that's going to happen on Saturday night. Kenny Omega is going to step foot in a Impact Wrestling ring as the AEW World Champion. And let's be real about this too, okay? And I said this when this whole working relationship started. Impact Wrestling is blessed right now that this is happening. Because let's be real about it. And this might come off as me being a dick, but I'm just being brutally honest here. And I want the diehard AEW fan, because I know some of you are out there right now. I want you guys to listen to me when I say this right now. When AEW formed in 2019, right? I know a lot of you had these ideas, right, of what's going to happen, what's going to take place, right? When you heard that, hey, they're going to be on TNT, right? The first wrestling promotion to be on this major platform, and God knows how many years it was when WCW fully, like 20-something years ago, right? And the first thing that came to your mind when it came to working relationships, it was AEW and New Japan. You can't tell me otherwise. The thought went into your head, oh my God, yes, the idea of Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kazuchika Okada, Tetsuya Naito, Kota Ibushi, Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, Sanada, Evil, Switchblade Jay White. Can't believe I even said that name right now. But you get the gist. All those names, right? Coming over to AEW and wrestle eventually in some capacity on TNT against the AEW roster, right? A lot of you got happy when Jericho faced Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom last year. You can't tell me otherwise either, right? And that was your expectation. But then at that time as well, but if you would have told anyone that, hey, in a year from now, AEW will have a working relationship, but it won't be with New Japan. It's going to be with Impact Wrestling. I guarantee you the diehard AEW fan would have laughed at you. and you can't tell me otherwise. I don't want to fucking hear it. But anyway, I'm looking at this card. Listen, if you on Saturday night want to see some good wrestling, I suppose, yes, go out of your way and watch this show. I will watch the show. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to fork over my $40 to Fight TV, depending how much it costs, if you will, but you kind of get the gist. I know a lot of you out there are going to be on social media on Saturday asking for the link, if you will, but that's around the point. This is your prediction video. My thoughts on the card, who's going to win, who's going to lose, all that fun stuff. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. And also, while you're at it, hit the bell icon. Be notified when this motherfucker right here uploads a video. When this motherfucker goes live, I will be going live actually this Saturday once Hard to Kill is over. So there's that too. But there's something that happened that I found out. Some good news for Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling, there's some good news. I mean this, all right? They're getting a new commentary team. Holy shit. Josh Matthews and Madison Rayne are no more. Thank fucking God. Thank fucking God. So starting this Saturday at Hard to Kill, D'Lo Brown and Matt Striker will be the new commentary team for Impact Wrestling. Josh Matthews will be moving to a new position backstage in the company, and I think Madison Rayne is taking a new career avenue, so there's that as well. But yeah, it's about damn time, right? And I said this before with Impact. The talent is there. The wrestling is there. The commentary was just fucking brutal to sit through. And I'm happy that Impact is taking or making, if you will, the change. We all know how good Striker is. If you watched him in WWE back in the day, I'm marking out, bro, or is working Lucha Underground, so you know what to expect. D'Lo Brown, I've heard of stuff in the past on commentary, so we shall see how this plays out. Let's see, but I'll take this right now over Josh Matthews any fucking day of the week. So there's that. Anyway, let's look at the card, okay? There's 9 matches on this card. This is a kickoff show, by the way. Brian Meyer versus Josh Alexander. The last time I checked, Brian Meyer was trying to form a team with Josh Alexander. As you guys know, the North are having, I guess, some turbulence. I guess they're no more, which sucks, but it is what it is. It should be a fun little match. I don't see Josh Alexander losing here. He should not be losing. So I'm going to go with Josh Alexander, but it should be a fun little match, something that you would definitely see on Impact or back in the day on, what was their like kickoff show or their dark match show? I forgot what it was, or something like that, okay? But you kind of get the idea. We have Rosemary and Crazy Steve versus Tennille Dashwood and Caleb with the K, Caleb Connolly. Intergender tag team match here is the return of Decay. I remember Decay and Delete. I love that back in the day, if you will. I always enjoyed the Decay theme song with Marilyn Manson. I remember that back in the day as well. But yeah, they're back together. I mean, why the hell not? Impact does it a lot. They put teams back together and they break them up in a month from now or so. So would not be surprised if that happens as well. That being said, I don't know. This match honestly I feel like it should not be on the pay-per-view. I feel like this should be on Impact, to be honest with you. I know, was it last week or so? It was Tennille versus Rosemary. This past Tuesday, I'm sorry. It was Tennille and Rosemary, and Caleb got involved, and Crazy Steve showed up, and I guess that's where having the match. Kind of a, rapid build, if you will. That being said, I see Decay getting the win here. So there's that, but I don't see this ending. That's the thing with Impact. Even in their pay-per-views, it will still continue a feud when pay-per-views are meant to end a feud, but that it is what it is. We have Ethan Page, and you guys know me already. If you follow me on this channel, I have a lot of high praise for Ethan Page. I do. I said, to me, Ethan Page is a future world champion bound in Impact Wrestling. He has like a throwback to heel Bobby Roode in 2013 when Bobby Roode went on to become the world champion in Impact Wrestling. if you will. That being said, there have been talks of Ethan Page being done with Impact Wrestling. I don't know what the status right now. I hope he does stick around. I really do. Because again, he's someone that you can definitely put the world title on down the road and let him be like the second coming of a heel Bobby Roode off the chain in this current form of Impact Wrestling. But he's having a match here against the Karate Man. So it's basically his alter ego. I've seen a video that surfaced on the internet on Twitter. It was Ethan Page versus the Karate Man. I think he uploaded it on his vlog channel, if you will, but it also popped on Twitter. It was there. I mean, I was sober, so I really didn't really get the full, I guess, gist of the video. But it's basically him versus himself, if you will. It's cinematic. It's on a green screen, what have you. I am predicting this will be the same shit. Unless, I don't know what's going to happen, but this is that type of match that you should not be upset with when it's all said and done. I cannot wait to see Jim Cornette just tear this to shreds, because you know that he will. But this is the type of match, again, it's going to be cinematic. I hope it is cinematic. I hope creatively they let this go all out. And again, I think with Impact at this stage of where they're at right now, they have no issue letting their talent just be free and do what they want with these matches. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Obviously the winner is Ethan Page or the Karate Man. I don't fucking know. My head hurts. God damn it. I'm gonna have to smoke some weed for this match. I'm gonna have to. There's no way I'm watching this match sober. There's just no fucking way. We have Eddie Edwards versus Sami Callihan in a barbed wire massacre match. I think the last barbed wire massacre match that I saw on Impact Wrestling that I can remember was Abyss versus El Mesias. We're talking like 2000, I want to say 8 or 9. If I'm wrong on that, I apologize. Okay? But that's the last barbed wire massacre that I can remember. Oh, wait, no, hell no. I take that back. 2017, it was LAX, Santana Ortiz versus OVE. There you go. I remember the tag team match on Impact, too. They made this like a big fucking deal, and it was a crazy match. It was a crazy fucking match. I remember that. And here's the thing about this, okay? This is the, hey, listen, Eddie, Sammy. I know Sammy signed a new deal with Impact. I know on Twitter he said Impact is his home. And that's commendable. It really, really is. But this is Impact saying, hey, Sammy, listen, thank you for re-signing with Impact Wrestling. But reality is we have nothing for you right now creatively. So we're going to have you just go at it with Eddie Edwards. Hey, Eddie, I know you were the former world champion. We should have definitely continued your title run. But reality is we have nothing for you right now either. It's either continue teaming up with your wife or be once again in this feud with Sami Callihan, because fucking why not? That's what it feels like to me. They have nothing for these two guys. And I said this before. Eddie Edwards deserves so much better than what he's given right now. And I said this before, if you're AEW, how could you not want to sign someone like Eddie Edwards once his deal is up? I don't know when it's going to be up, but we'll see what happens. But it's going to be your typical hardcore match, because to get an Impact, you need to have the hardcore match on every fucking pay-per-view. It should be fun. I mean, if you watched their stuff from the past, you know what to expect. A baseball bat spot, I don't fucking know. I remember they had a feud with the baseball bat, and then Eddie went insane. He became a fucking lunatic. They were in the fucking insane asylum and shit like that. They were trying to make these two the new modern day Tommy Dreamer and Raven. I remember that one as well. But it should be a fun little match. I'm going to go with Sami Callihan here for the fuck of it. So there's that. From there, we move on. We move on to Eric Young, Diener, and Joe Doring versus Cousin Jake, Rhino, and Tommy Dreamer in a old school rules 6-man tag match. See, I hate when they call it old school rules, because what does it mean? I just tapped the fucking boom arm. There you go with that. It's whatever. I don't really care for this match, to be honest with you. I know that Cody Deaner turned heel. He shaved his head. They did a whole video package a couple of weeks ago where I guess Eric Young was talking to him and he was handcuffed. But now this is a new Cody Deaner. So there's that. I know there was a little exchange back and forth this past Tuesday on Impact. So there's that too. I'm going to go with Eric Young here and his team of Joe Doring, who was tall as fuck, and Deaner to get the win here. So there's that. I don't think you should be having this trio lose right away. But then again, it's Impact Wrestling, so don't be surprised. From there, we go to to crown the new Impact Tag Team Champions. We have Havoc and Neva versus Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz. I've seen the new belts and they look very nice. I do like the new tag team title design. That being said, I'm going to be real with you guys. I have not followed this tournament by not one bit. One thing I'll say about Impact is that their women's division has always been top notch. Say what you want, but they've always been top notch. That being said, I'm pretty sure these 4 women will go out there and tear it up. If I'm picking a winner right now, I do like Tasha Steelz. I do like Kiera Hogan. I do like what I saw a couple of weeks ago with the money that they took from Hernandez, and their chemistry. I like that too. So I am gonna go with my Jersey native Tasha Steelz and her partner Kiera Hogan to become the new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. So there you go with that. Speaking of which, we now go to the Knockouts Championship match of Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa, another Jersey native, versus Taya Valkyrie. Taya Valkyrie's a legend in the Impact world, if you will, right? She's been everywhere. Mexico, Canada, Impact Wrestling, right? She has now her own clothing line. I don't know what's her status. There were talks of her eventually being WWE bound, which I doubt really. That being said, Deonna just won the belt back a couple of months ago, I think it was. Or one of those Impact, like Saturday Impact Plus pay-per-views, if you will. So I don't see why you have her drop the belt right now. She just won the belt back from, I think it was Su Yung. Yeah, she won it back from Su Yung. So it should be a fun match. Don't get me wrong, right? 2 women that can, I guarantee you, deliver in the ring. But I don't see why you're taking the belt off Deonna Purrazzo right now. Deonna Purrazzo, I'll say this, since leaving WWE, when she was in NXT, they dropped the ball with her completely. They completely dropped the ball there. Also, at the same time, you can make the argument that NXT, their women's division was already stacked, so she really did not have a spot, if you will. But I'm happy that Impact picked her up. I'm happy that they made her a champion. I'm happy that she's able to show what she's truly made of. I think that's awesome. So I'm going to go with Deonna Purrazzo to retain her title here. From there, we go to Manik versus Chris Bay versus Rohit Raju for the X Division Championship. Now, Manik just won the belt back, I think, at Final Resolution from Rohit Raju. They did this whole thing where I guess TJP, I know a lot of people don't like TJP right now, especially on Twitter. Rohit Raju was doing these open challenges, but TJP couldn't challenge for the championship. So TJP found the loophole. Out came Manik. And I remember Manik from the faction that he was with James Storm in Abyss. I'm mad as fuck. I forgot the name of this faction. If you guys in the chat or in the comments just tell me the name of the faction. It's like a brain fart right now, but guys, help me out, if you will. So there's that, right? Manik is back. And then there's Chris Bay. Chris Bay at Final Resolution competed against Rich Swann for the Impact World. It's great because that Saturday night, Chris Bay was on Impact against Rich Swann for the Impact World title. And then he was in the Super J Cup for New Japan. It's crazy. Crazy as all hell. But I like Chris Bay. I think Chris Bay is another guy who I think in Impact can definitely go places, if you will. That being said, Manik just won the belt. I don't see why you take the belt off him right now. I would have Manik retain. You have him pin Rahi Raju. So there's that too. So there's that. And then from there, we go on to the main event of the evening. We have the 6-man tag team match. This match has been hyped up, all that stuff, right? You have Rich Swann, who is the Impact World Champion. Rich who? Rich who? Yeah, Rich Swann. Yeah. With the Motor City Machine Guns, and they're going to take on the Impact Tag Team Champions of Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, and they're teaming up with the AEW World Champion Kenny Omega. Yes, I said this earlier. Kenny Omega stepping foot inside of an Impact Wrestling ring. Oh my God, what has the world come to? Holy shit. The build itself has been there. I'm going to be honest. It's them brawling, what have you, backstage, all you want. That being said, it should be a fun match. There's not a doubt in my mind. I know yesterday, because right now I'm doing this recording on a Thursday. On Wednesday on Dynamite, Kenny and the Good Brothers did team up in a 6-man tag. So there was that too. And they won. They looked impressive. So they need some momentum here and there. But we all know where all this is going, and it sucks. Because you're going to have Kenny Omega as the AEW World Champion challenge Rich Swann, who is currently, I don't know why he is, but he is the Impact World Champion. I'm sorry. Rich Swann is not my champion in Impact Wrestling. To me, that should be Moose. I would much rather see Kenny Omega versus Moose for the Impact World title. That being said, it's obvious. Kenny Omega is pinning Rich Swann here this Saturday night with the One Wing Angel. He's going to pin him, and then from there we go on to Rich Swann and Kenny Omega, title for title, or in this case, the Impact World title. Most likely it will be on an AEW pay-per-view. Or maybe, just maybe, we'll see it on an Impact pay-per-view. I don't fucking know. It's all over the place right now. The question is, well, do we see the Young Bucks? I don't think so. I don't think we see the Bucks. I'll be surprised if we do, if we see Generation Me. But what I've been enjoying, believe it or not, is these Tony Khan promos, or these ads, if you will, right? Talking about AEW and how they're doing Impact a favor, which they are, right? How he's been telling Impact talent to come over to Impact, which I think we're going to see. Some Impact stars coming over to AEW in this quote-unquote invasion angle, or this working relationship, or the fuck you want to call it. But that being said, it should be a fun match, the 6-person tag, but I'm going to go with the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega, with Kenny getting the pin on Rich Swann, and then from there, it's Kenny's journey to get all these belts. But we shall see what's going to happen. But again, it sucks because Rich Swann, and again, nothing against the guy. He's good talent, but he's not someone that I'm putting my world title on. I'm like, here's Moose. How the fuck is Moose not on this pay-per-view? That's my quote. Where the fuck is Moose on this show? Again, to me, that's probably one of their big mistakes here. You don't have Moose on this show. But we'll see. Anyway, this is going to wrap up my predictions. I will be going live this Saturday night once the show is over. So I hope you guys tune in for that. All right. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, Instagram, all that fun stuff. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. Hit the bell icon. Be notified when I upload a video. Be notified when I go live, like I will be this Saturday night once the show is over, if you will. And yes, I will be forking over my $40 to Fight TV because I am a good customer. Unlike a lot of you fucking dorks, gonna be on Twitter asking everyone, hey, can I get the link? Can someone hook me up with the link? Like it's 2013 all over again. Holy shit. But anyway, guys, it's gonna wrap up for me. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, y'all, I am Steve. This has been your Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill 2021 predictions. But more importantly, this has been another installment of Around the Point. Peace out, y'all.